Alright guys, so this is the last part of this portfolio website, and in this part we're gonna code the testimonials section, the contact section, the footer, and also this nice smooth scrolling with jQuery. We have quite some work to do. First of all, if you are new here, on this channel I post new videos every single day, and my goal is to help you enhance your web developing skills so that you can earn more money and improve the quality of your life. If that's something you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification icon so that you won't miss any of my videos. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get started. Go to your code editor, go to the index.html file, and if you missed the first two parts, I'll leave a link in the description below. Go watch the part 1 and 2 first. Alright, now let's go to the testimonial section. I'm gonna put a comment, section, testimonials. Okay, let's use the section tag, give it an idea of testimonials. Inside we're going to put a div with a class of testimonials bg. Now we're going to put a container, an h2, what my clients say. Now we're going to put a span with a class of text primary, about me. Okay. Now we're gonna put a div with a class of boxes, and inside another div with a class of box, and in here I'm gonna put an image and go to the images folder, customer 1, at the alt attribute put customer 1 photo, and the p tag, and let's say lorem 25. Okay, this is the first customer. Let's copy the whole box div 2 more times. We're gonna change to customer 2 and here as well, and customer 3. Okay, that's the markup for the testimonial section. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, it doesn't look too bad, but we have some styling to do. So go into the style.css file, put a comment, section, testimonials. Alright, let's get started. Let's see first. Let's select the section, testimonials, give it a background, URL. Let's leave the CSS folder, go into the img folder, testimonials bg. Give it some attributes, no repeat, center, cover, and height 100 viewports. Okay, we're gonna darken the image a little bit. Let's go select the testimonials bg, give it a position of absolute, height 100%, width 100%, background, use the RGBA to give some transparency, 0, 0, 0, 0.6, and the padding 5 rem top and bottom, 0 left and right. Okay, as you can see, the image is now darker. We're gonna make the text white and you'll be able to see it better. Let's style the h2. Okay, text align. Let's set it to center. Font size 3 rem. Margin bottom 3 rem. And the color white. Okay, cool. Moving on. Let's style the div with a class of boxes. Boxes. We're gonna give it a display flex and flex direction column. Okay, now we'll style each box individually. Testimonials box, background use RGBA 54, 147, 255, and 0.7 opacity. Okay. Display flex, padding 2 rem. Let's scroll a little bit. Align items center, and border radius 15 pixels. Okay, not too bad. Moving on. Let's see. Let's select the first box, and I'm gonna use the pseudo selector first child, column first child, and another pseudo selector, testimonials dot box and child, and we're gonna select the second box, and we're gonna give each of them a margin bottom of 3 rem. Okay. Now let's style the images. So testimonials dot box img, border radius, make it a circle 50%, and margin right 2 rem. Okay, cool. Now let's make the text white. Testimonials p, color FFF. Alright, that's gonna be it for the testimonial sections. Now let's do the markup for the contact section. I'm gonna put a comment saying section contact. Let's see, a section with the idea of contact and a class of BG Lite, one of our utility classes. We're gonna put a container, an h2, get your, and the span with a class of text primary, killer website, and outside the span we're gonna put now. Okay. Another div with a class of form container, and inside this I'm gonna put a div with a class of mail icon, and inside this I'm gonna put our icon fas.fa-envelope. Okay, now below this we're gonna put a div with a class of form box, and inside here we're gonna put an h3, shoot me a span with a text primary, message. Now below this h3 we're gonna put our form. We don't need an action. Okay, div with a class of form group. Inside this we're gonna put a label for first name, and below this I'm gonna put an input type of text with a placeholder, enter your first name. Okay, we're gonna copy this 3 more times, this whole form group. For the last name, enter your last name. For the email, give it a type of email, and enter your email. And here message, we're gonna make it a text area. Okay, that should do it. Let's give it an attribute of rows equals 7. And below the outside the form group, I'm gonna put an input with a type of submit for the button, and the value equals send message, and let's give it a class of contact btn. Alright, that's the markup. Now we're gonna move, let's take a look first. Okay, it looks horrible. Let's move on to the style.css and make it look nice. Put a comment, section, contact. Okay, let's see. We should start with the section, contact. Give it some padding. 5 rem top and bottom, 0 left and right. Now DH2. Text align, center. Font size 3 rem. Margin bottom 8 rem. Okay, so let's style DH3. Contact H3. Text align center. Font size 2.5 rem. Margin 3 rem top and bottom, 0 left and right, and margin top 5 rem. Let's take a look. Okay, we have some work to do. Let's style the form box. So contact dot form box. Let's give it a white background. Padding of 3 rem all around. Box shadow 2 pixels, 2 pixels, 5 pixels, a very light gray, and border radius 10 pixels, make it some nice round corners. Okay, now let's style the form group. So contact dot form group. Margin bottom 2 rem. Moving on to the label, contact dot form group label. Let's give it a display of block. Margin bottom 0.5 rem. A width of 80%. Margin left 10%, that will center it, and font size, make it a little bigger, 1.1 rem. Okay, now going to the input, contact.form group input, and contact.form group text area. Notice since I put the class of form group, it won't affect the button since it's still an input, but it's outside the form group. If it were in the form group, we would have to use the type text. Okay, but we don't have to do that. Okay, let's see. We're gonna give this a width of 80% and a margin left of 10% to center it. Font size 1.3 rem. Padding 1 rem all around. Border 0.5 pixels solid 333, and the border radius 5 pixels. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, now notice this is the font is different in here. We're gonna use the contact form group text area and give it a font family of Arial sans serif. That should solve it. There you go. Now let's do the button. Contact contact btn, a width of 80%, margin left of 10% to center it, display inline block. Let's see, padding 1 rem top and bottom, 3 rem left and right. Border none. Border radius 5 pixels to give it some round corners. Font size 1.5 rem. Background of our primary color 369 3FF. Let's not forget a hashtag. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's the right color. Color white. Margin bottom 2 rem. Cursor pointer. Let's see what it looks like. Pretty good. Let's add some hover effect to darken it a little bit when you hover over it. Let's see. Contact btn column hover. Give it a background of 0378FF. Okay, let's see. Okay, but it's too fast. Let's give it transition background 0.3 seconds. Now it's a little smoother. I think it looks nicer. Let's deal with the icon with this icon right here. As you can see, it's right here. It doesn't look good at all. So let's select the form container and give it a position of relative, so we can give the mail icon a position of absolute and position it better. Mail icon, since if you want to give this a position of absolute, we gotta make sure the parent's position is relative. So first, font size of 4 rem. Background, use our primary color 369 3FF. Color white. Display inline block. Padding 1.5 rem top and bottom, 2 rem left and right. Border radius 50%, that will make it a circle. Position absolute. Top minus 7%, left 45%. Alright, perfect. Now we have to do the footer. Let's go to the index.html. Will be pretty simple. Very simple actually. Let's put a comment first. Footer. We're gonna use the footer tag. Give it a class of bgdark. P. Copyright. We're gonna use the copy symbol. John Doe. Web Dev 2019. Okay. I don't think we have the bgdark class, so let's go to our utility classes. There we go. bgdark. Background 333. Color white. Let's move back down. Okay. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, not very good. Put a comment. Footer. And we're gonna give it some padding. Footer. Padding 2.5 rem all around. And footer P. Text align center. Alright, that's pretty much it. This website, now we have to deal with the smooth scrolling, and for that we're gonna need jQuery. So go to jQuery CDN. Not this one. Let's try this one. Okay, and don't choose the slim version since it doesn't have the smooth scrolling. Choose the let's choose the minified version. Copy this, go back to my index.html file, and below the footer, right before the body ends, let's put a comment, jQuery cdn, and paste this here. And let's put a comment for our local.js file and use the script tag src js main.js. Let's first test this. Alert. Hey. Okay, it looks like the JavaScript file is working. Now we're gonna have to implement the smooth scrolling. Let me see. How should we do that? I'm actually gonna paste the code and just a second. Open this with brackets, take this from here, and I'm gonna try to explain it. Let's see first if it's working. Looks like it is. Okay, now let's take a look at the code. So we're selecting every link, every A element inside the navbar. So we gave the navbar, we used the nav tag and gave it an ID of navbar, and it's gonna look for the A tags inside this navbar. And I also chose the .btn class, since we have this button right here, and if we click on it, it will take us, it will smooth scroll to the about section. And we're gonna put on a click event, and this when we click on something, it's gonna call this function, and if it finds a hash, it's gonna create a variable right here, and it's gonna animate the HTML in the body and use the scroll top, and it's gonna offset, and I put -80 because of the navbar. If I didn't put it, you see, wait, it's pretty weird. Oh, right, you see, when I remove it, it's gonna give it right above it, but I think it's nicer to have a little space to start where the padding starts, if that makes sense. And this 800, it's the time in milliseconds. If I put 2800, it's gonna be really slow, as you can see. Okay, so let's leave it at 800. I really hope that makes sense how I explained it. If not, leave a comment below. I'm gonna try to answer your question. So that's pretty much it for this website. I really hope you liked the video, and if you did, smash that like button, leave a comment, share the video, and if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more of them, I post new videos every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification icon so that you won't miss any of them. That's it for now. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.